Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
8 o'clock on the dot. Good morning to you. Welcome to Second Cup. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday.
It's feeling very Wednesday for me. I woke up and I was like, oh boy.
It's the worst day of the week.
No, Tuesday's the worst day of the week.
He hates
yeah,
Tuesdays.
hands down.
I was
Tuesday.
feeling that yesterday, but I think today got it.
You guys, not only is there a lot going on like around us, can we just pause for a second and appreciate nature? There is something so weird happening outside of our station right now.
There's
Like
a murder outside.
literally.
Yes, that's what it's called. I saw that too. Yeah.
Okay, not like a homicide. We're talking like a flock of crows that are just in the trees. Squawking. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, it was wild when it happened because we were standing over there getting ready for the start of the 6:30 show. And Ed's like, do you hear that? And I'm like, here it goes Ed with nonsense. I don't know. He's making something up, whatever. But then I heard it and I was like, oh, wait, he might not be crazy. Like, I do hear something in the background.
Okay, but then you came on TV and you're like, do you guys hear that?
I had to address it. It was so loud.
You could barely hear Aaron over the crows.
Yeah, they're just
walking.
Can you describe that moment? You walk outside and you hear like what?
You hear, and I'm looking around going, what is that? I thought maybe, because there's a little rabbit out there that hangs out, I thought maybe he was in distress.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, and so it was not him. I look up and there's just, and I'm looking at the trees to the right, and there's like 5 of them. They're covered in crows. And then you look over to the left and there's more. There's like 8 trees I counted. All of them were just, every square inch, every branch had a bird on it.
Okay, so look at the video here. So Erin, our editor, who is awesome, we love her.
Shout out, Erin.
She goes outside and she collects this video, and it is perhaps the most unbelievable thing I have ever seen. Can we play it, Erin? Okay.
There's so many of them. There's at 6:30 in the morning. I mean, this doesn't happen every day, right?
I don't know how you can curse on TV.
What? Very good at that, yes.
I would have been like, WTF, like legitimately.
I was more worried, like, swoop down, or what if they all circle over me and get scared and like poop fest? I'm like, I don't have a hood. That was a little concern of mine. But yeah, it was very, very interesting this morning. I mean, I go outside almost every day, and I've never experienced anything like that. Apparently, they like to gather, overnight and early morning hours. I was just out there, and there's only like 3 in the tree right now.
So, like, where have they gone? Where did they go? Also, apparently, their mating season starts.
So they humping and bumping on this Wednesday.
The early bird gets the worm.
Apparently, they're very social. And,
is that what they're calling it?
They like to gather, and maybe could be mating.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, quote the Raven, nevermore.
I love that.
It's a little bit of Edgar Allan Poe for our dark and dreary Wednesday.
I mean, that was unbelievable to see.
I was trying to think of that movie, the Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
are
what
they gonna
Peter
take me
said.
away? And I was thinking, Alfred Hitchcock, and everything else just going through your head while you're trying to tell the weather. And there's literally 1,000 birds in these trees just going crazy.
I didn't even want to hear the weather at that point. I was so excited because I was like validated. Yeah. I literally heard this in the studio, and I'm like, do you guys hear that?
We're like living in National Geographic.
Yeah, it was unreal.
I didn't hear it until I opened the door. I was like, whoa, what is going on? So yeah, it was pretty fast.
So yeah, here's my question. Like, is there a superstition? What do crows mean?
If that would have happened Friday morning, I would have been more worried about the AFC Championship.
Yeah, we said maybe morning the Bills lost.
They're all
Lorianne
getting
says
together.
maybe early spring.
Maybe.
Are they the new groundhog these days? They're trying to steal Punxsutawney Phil's job.
Okay, well,
that's
so
got something.
The Google has a few different interpretations.
Yeah, we all ran to Google right after, I think.
Okay, so crows are often associated with bad luck and death.
Awesome.
Superstition. However, some believe that crows can also represent change, adaptation, and good fortune.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, so the good fortune. Let's start with the good. The good fortune. Some people believe that seeing 2 crows together is a sign of good luck, balance, harmony, and new beginnings.
Well, more than 2.
What about 1,000?
Thank you. In modern spiritualism, crows are often seen as a positive symbol. But the bad luck, others believe seeing a flock of crows near their home is a sign of doom or death.
That's what it felt like to me.
Some people believe seeing 5 crows means sickness is coming.
You've been sick. Have you given it to us?
Is it the avian flu?
Oh, the bird flu. Oh my gosh, maybe they're trying to get away from the bird flu. They're like, I heard there's something going on.
They know?
I need to get away from that. They need to social distance.
Where's your mask? Oh my gosh. Is it the Lunar New Year?
Oh, the Lunar New Year. What's the year of the snake, not the year of the crow?
Interesting.
No,
okay, so here's what Anne-Marie says. And Anne-Marie, this is one of the first times we're hearing from you, so I'm glad that you're weighing in here. I love sharing your voice. Crows are so very smart and sweet, she says. I work with them at the wildlife department at the SPCA when they are hurt. Okay, so Anne-Marie, tell us everything, because I was actually looking for a bird expert here. What do you know that we don't? Like, what makes them gather like this?
Well, it's not on. I'm sure she'll come in, but Anne-Marie will say everything that was on Google. Everything started with they are so smart. They're a highly intelligent bird. So it's interesting. She said they're smart and sweet.
You know they're monogamous. They pick
What?
a partner and mate for life. That's what I.
Okay. I don't know. And I was like, I don't know.
Like goose, I think they're monogamous too. Like
so they found one partner.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Oh, well, they're looking for one this morning. It sounded like.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, because so many of these open relationships and these thruples.
It's tough out here. It's nice to see someone with some good old traditional values.
Seriously. Amanda says that was crazy with the birds this morning. I'm afraid of the birds. I had a run-in with a rooster chasing me.
Girl.
Ever since I fear birds. Oh, well, so funny.
Me too.
All the people in those non-traditional relationships are going to come after us now, Taylor.
That's okay. I mean,
come at me.
I guess it's a lot of them against us. We're kind of outnumbered.
So funny.
Oh man. See,
sorry,
birds, crows,
sickness.
There's the sickness.
We should talk about the weather. I mean, this is. Oh, okay. So Anne-Marie.
Okay, they're extremely social.
Mm-hmm.
They just like a vibe. They just like to hang.
Yeah, that's
early in the morning.
So they're extremely social. They get together. They do this sort of gathering every once in a while, late at night or early in the morning. Perhaps they were mourning crow who's not with us anymore. That's yeah.
Very crazy.
Do you think they were talking about you?
Maybe. Like, who's this weird human?
He's here.
He shaved the playoff beer.
Where's the? I'm pretty sad too. Hopefully the Sabres keep winning. Maybe we can bring it back.
7 goals last night. Like what?
I know. Yeah.
He walks outside and they're like, "Daddy,
let's go to the maps. We have a winter weather advisory. Feel like this could go off the rails with Edward, and it's in effect till 6 p.m. for a couple of inches of snow. But the big story will be the strong winds and the falling temperatures. There is the radar showing the snow south of Buffalo, snow in downtown Buffalo. Now we're looking at the camera, 190 at Niagara Street, with the snow coming down, and we have this burst of snow, unfortunately, for the morning commute in Eden. About 8:30, you'll get the burst of snow. Hamburg around 8:27. So as that burst continues to move southward, cold front moving through the area this morning. We're in the mid-30s now, and then temperatures will be dropping. Expecting about 1 to 5 inches of snow on top of what you already have. The higher amounts will be over the higher hilltops south of Buffalo. So it is windy out there right now. Temperatures in the mid-30s. This will be the mildest part of the day as temperatures will be tumbling. Look at Hamilton at 30. Niagara Falls at 35. That's where the front is.
Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie. Yeah. Yeah, Jackie's with us every day. She knows what's up.
MB says that it just started to snow in the North Towns.
Okay. Thank you, MB. I hope you're doing well, enjoying being a grandma. Daughter sent me a picture yesterday, the little guy. Nice. So he's a cutie. Yeah.
All junior, man. It's just like
yes. I think PJ's going to stick.
It has to.
Yeah.
No other way. Anne-Marie, going back to the crows, they also communicate where the food is and about predators. They could be migrating somewhere. But then listen to this. Jordan, our 5 a.m. producer, who just left, and she's walking to the bus stop. She says it reeks over by the corner of Elmwood and Genesee.
Snowing?
So maybe it was a funeral of some sort.
Gross.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. Well, maybe they thought I was the predator, and they were letting everybody know.
Yeah, they were scared of you.
You wouldn't hurt a bug.
But I'm pretty scary in the morning, though. But I did eat this morning because Taylor brings in food, and it is awesome.
All right, what'd you make?
I made an Italian pear and pine nut cake. a ring cake, and had a little bit of powdered sugar on top. It was a bake I'm very proud of. I don't do well with cake, so I do really well with breads and a bunch of other different things. Cake is like my weakness. That's the one thing I struggle with. So I was proud of myself. I didn't cut the pears small enough, so it did sink in a little bit, but I don't think you could tell really. I think it looked okay.
I liked it. It was delicious.
I had no complaints, and I would say keep practicing then. If you would, if you don't mind.
If I don't mind, just keep at it. Keep at it. Keep the work going.
All right, Chelsea saying snowing in Gettsville. And
Mercury's in retrograde.
Is it really?
I don't know.
Oh.
She says retrograde's in effect. Who remembers the bird? Chef Baker wants to know. You know, okay,
I was
so
thinking that this morning, Jeff.
Garrett.
The what?
Garrett, come here for a second. Garrett's here. He's shooting a promo.
But he's
just
also
wave to the camera.
Yeah.
But he's also a filmmaker, and he's super cool. He's the guy. All right, Garrett, I want you to see this comment. So I'm gonna pull it up, and I want you to be ready for it. Okay.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Love starting my day with second cup. We need Barbara, we need to get you on the promo here.
We paid Barbara to say that.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
See?
She also says you
Are you
deserve
ready for
hazard
that?
pay.
Hazard pay for reining in the big guy. Yes, yes. Thanks,
well, Barbara.
Thanks
we
for-
love you, Barbara.
Shut
we
up,
do.
Barbara.
Definitely.
Oh, come on. Shame on me
Marguerite
for
is not about to let you go.
Okay, so what I said this morning was that Lactalis is hiring. They're always
It's a cheese
hiring.
company.
Yes.
They make the Galbani cheese here in Western New York. It's a French company making Italian cheese. Riddle me that.
They do cheese too.
So they're always hiring, and I go, oh, well, who knows? Katie loves cheese. Maybe she'll find a new job. And then everyone started laughing.
It was more of an uncomfortable laugh, I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, she's coming back. It's not like she's not coming back, but she loves
she's
cheese.
highly emotional. She just had a baby, It's,
Ragging on her.
yeah. Send her to a new spot in
There's
the
no other
employment
way.
line. So, yeah.
You're just trying to foster her love for cheese.
Seriously.
Yes, I
Trying to help
gotcha.
her
But I was
future.
like, oh, too early. Too soon.
No, really? You think?
I'm with Margarita.
All right, Marguerite. I'm
That's
sorry.
why I get the hazard pay from Barb is suggesting.
She's
You know,
reining
rein
in.
in the big guy.
Got like
Someone's
the
got
cane
to.
like pull you off the stage.
If not Katie, I guess Aaron. I'm not a bully. Katie, she's like my sister.
I think Katie would say otherwise.
Katie's gonna kill you. No, she won't. She's
Oh,
enjoying
boy.
motherhood. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
She's probably sleeping.
Yesterday, I said that I couldn't do it without her because she usually is my caretaker, and I'm jealous of Logan.
I know. Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are gonna have to fight over Katie.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You'll be knocking on the door. PJ,
Exactly,
we need
Linda.
mom back. Yeah.
Yeah, bring mom back. So funny. But anyway, okay, so it's gonna talk about the afternoon commute also.
Okay. So, snowing in Fillmore. Yep, we have that snow coming in right now. I want to show you the wind gust for today. As winds will be gusting around 40 miles per hour. Well, 30 to 40, I should say, right through 8 p.m. So we'll have that snow and the strong winds. What I'm concerned about for later today, things getting icy because we're in the mid-30s now. We go into the mid-20s. We'll have some snow on top of, perhaps some ice. Wind southwesterly becoming northwesterly, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Cindy, thank you for that update. Snowing hard in Salamanca. Yeah, the snow is really starting to blossom across the area right now. Looking at the cameras, we can see the snow getting on the lenses. And then tonight, we're in the teens with a cool breeze. Something to keep in mind. It's going to be quite cold tonight. Tomorrow, we're in the mid-30s and then upper 30s on Friday with some rain and some snow. Cold again Saturday, and then back to near 40 for Sunday and Monday. We might hop over that 40-degree mark on Monday. Interestingly, we were talking about a lot this morning, Taylor and Ed, that we have had at least a trace of snow every day this month.
And January has felt like 10 years long.
Seriously.
We've been in January for 10 months. It's January 72nd.
Yeah.
Linda's saying, she says the wind last night so bad, it felt like the house was shaking.
Yeah, and winds are going to be strong all day. Unfortunately, Linda, I think it's that Linda and Brant. So it's probably, winds are definitely strong along the Lake Erie shoreline. Anita, oh, good. Snowing hard in Cheektowaga. Yeah, that front's moving through right now, bringing the snow, and behind it, a very cold air mass. So roads are damp. We're above freezing. It's going to go below freezing pretty quickly. So watch out. Anything that's not salted could be slippery, especially later today.
I would be remiss if I did not say how much I love you as well.
Aw, thanks, Ed.
Like, I don't like Taylor is one of my dear friends.
Oh, yes.
I know.
So, I love having Taylor here.
Katie doesn't cook for us.
Right.
Well, listen, I love everyone.
Katie's
I'm
mom
so
sends in some
happy.
food for me
I know,
sometimes,
true.
yeah.
Well, I'm so happy to be here. I mean, obviously, we're wishing Katie the best while she enjoys motherhood.
Yeah.
I'm happy I get to hang out while
Seriously.
she's gone.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. This is only like my second week.
You'll be
starting.
fine.
I'm trying to adjust to the early wake up. I mean, I did it before, so it's not new to me, but I am already struggling.
Yeah, but you've done it for like months.
Yeah.
Have you? Okay.
Well, I did it
when you were reporting.
Yeah, when I was reporting, which is also just a different
that's
grind.
right. Yeah.
But you know,
it's different. Like, and when you haven't done it for a while, to get back into the swing of things, it's difficult.
Well, and I was working the weekends before too. So I was used to like Saturday, Sunday late, and then Monday early, and then all this. So now I'm just trying to like get consistent and figure it out.
Because like when like the morning reporter goes on vacation, someone fills in for a week. I'm like, I love it. I'm like, dude, call me after 6 years of waking up before 3 a.m. Yeah.
Everyone loves
3
you too,
days
Taylor.
does not. Yeah. We love you, Taylor.
But I mean, with these two guys, you really can't lose. So
Yeah.
we have fun. Plus the birds.
Alrighty.
Everyone loves you. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate you.
My pleasure.
Get out of here.
You know, with
going to eat some more. I've got your cake. Yeah, I really
Aaron's had half of the cake that I made.
Seriously,
I'm taking the other half home.
You know, with the cold weather, you might be thinking about trying to get away.
Thinking, dreaming, hoping, planning.
How about this, Taylor? Some people genuinely are not taking their vacation days.
Okay, I've been guilty of this. So like, I think last year I ended up with like several hours of PTO left over.
Just hours or days?
Oh, well, days, yeah, for sure. I had like,
Okay.
I think it was like 80 something.
Yeah.
Left over.
Oh my God, that's a full week.
I know.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just something, I feel like we have this like grind culture, right? That's like, we got to go, we got to get it in, we got to make sure, whatever. And working the weekends, like no one wants to film for me on the weekends.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know. And I just ended up not taking a bunch of PTO. But I mean, so many people are in the same boat. We're not taking enough time for ourselves these days.
That blows my mind because the way you feel coming back from a vacation is something that is like almost spectacular. Like it's a euphoria moment, right?
Just
you feel rested,
You're
you feel
glowing.
refreshed. Yeah. And you're excited almost to be back. I don't know. That's the way I feel.
I love it. I realized like a couple weeks ago, usually my friends and I do a like March trip because they were in law school. So they had spring break in March and we would go every year for the past 3 years, but now they're out of law school and they're actual lawyers and we don't have a trip plan. I'm like, hold on a minute. It's going to be a little too long until I see a beach. Like you need that break sometimes.
And like Connie says, it's finally getting nice again in Florida. Temperatures going in the right direction.
I hope you have some room, Connie, because we're coming down.
Thank you. Pack us with you. Mark says, I'm leaving for Florida for 4 days starting Friday. What are you doing down there, Mark?
Yeah, where in Florida?
And then Jackie says, unless you have kids, the chaos is just chaos somewhere new.
I know we're talking about vacations, but Julie's really hyping me up. Julie said I should be a model. She said I might be on the cover of Vogue.
I mean, you are beautiful.
Really? I did that on this Wednesday morning. Okay, wait, back to vacations.
So I think I'm looking for the answer why. Like, why do we not take our vacation? And what is the benefit of not taking it? Is it like an American culture thing, or
There's
is
no
this
benefit? I do think it's that grind culture and that mentality of like, you've got to hustle, you got a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, make the money, do what you got to do. And then I think people let it fall behind and then they don't end up planning.
Right.
Like, you know, the saying like, oh, the trip made it out of the group chat.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times you're in the group chat or you're talking to your friends or your family and you're like, guys, we should do this. And everyone's like, yeah, we should. And then it comes time to actually planning it and it just never gets done.
Well, I think a lot of this also is that there are two things, right? Like number one, life gets in the way. And number two, finances. Everything is so much more expensive these days that while the thought of having a vacation sounds nice, right? Like everyone wants to get away, the reality of paying for this kind of a break is difficult.
And that's how the trip doesn't make it out of the group chat. I saw like a meme the other day and they were like, everyone's so gung-ho until it's time to put that deposit down.
So Barbara says, you work hard, you earn the time, take the time off.
You're right.
I'm with you 100%. And then Aaron weighing in here, even if it's just a staycation, rest and relaxation is so important. And that's the other thing too. And we were talking about this yesterday. Sitting around is hard.
Oh, it's incredibly hard.
When
people
you're
like us, we're so used to go, get everything done. Even on a slow day at work, I'm like, what can I be doing? Like, how can I be using my energy?
Why am I slow? Why am I not getting anything done?
I know. We got to get better at that. Like the ebbs and flows of life.
Right.
A lot of it is up here, but we need to spend more time down here.
Mary Jane, good morning to you. She says, a friend of mine is on vacation in the Amazon jungle.
Wow.
The pictures are breathtaking, she says.
Do you have a dream location spot?
Yes.
Where's your number one place you need to hit?
Fiji. I see the pictures and those pictures of like solitude in the midst of the ocean and
coconut.
you're in the deep blue clear water and you're just enjoying life. That's what I want. But do you know how expensive that is? I mean, it's not necessarily expensive.
Flight alone, it's halfway across the globe.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jackie weighing in. Okay, there you go, Carlos. For the price of a new Apple phone, you can go on a nice trip. But Jackie's kind of answering my question here. Why? Why do we not take our time off? She says, I think it's a pressure thing. There's a hierarchy of who has seniority and when you can get time off. When you've got multiple schedules and trying to plan it out, it's difficult. And my kids play hockey and they play during breaks. Yeah, that's a lot.
There's always something you have to figure out, right? Like I have a dog, so I'm gonna have to figure out who's taking care of Reese. Am I leaving her in boarding? Do they have room in boarding? Oh, she's on the wait list.
Right.
I've got to get the flights. We got to get the hotel booked. It's almost a job trying to get a vacation plan.
It's hard. It's difficult. Jeanette, glad you're with us as well. She says we're going to our winter staycation this weekend, just to Toronto to relax at a spa. See, that's great. Try out new restaurants. We don't care if it's colder because it's away. And we are honestly trying to forget about the Bills. Girl, tell me about it.
No, we need to. I'm just trying to turn over next chapter, next page. My friends and I, so I have 2 trips planned this year, even though I didn't use all my time off last year. So my friends and I are planning a trip to Cabo in August. And then my friends and I are doing like a staycation kind of thing in Toronto.
That's great.
My roommate from college is coming up and we're going to hang out there.
So I think what we're trying to do is tack on to some work trips here. So Russ has a couple of work trips coming up. And they're, in cool places. So I think what we're trying to do is just like tack onto those and make like a weekend out of it.
That's what we did growing up. My mom had a conference twice that was in Disney World, which was awesome. And my dad and I would go and like hang out. We did that a ton. I saw a bunch of random states in the country going to conferences with my mom.
And I don't need to go do the things that he's doing. I just want to like
explore, see somewhere new.
Right.
Like when are you going to be in that place ever again?
Exactly. Hang by the pool, read a book, whatever. Paula, glad you're with us as well. My idea of vacation is visiting a small U.S. city to experience a different culture. I'm with you. I'm a cultural guy. I love that. I don't care for big touristy destinations like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I went to the top of Pikes Peak in Colorado. I don't remember it because I got altitude sickness and I was like, it was horrible. But it was so much fun. Like random places like that.
That happened to me in Denver.
Oh my gosh.
It's a thing.
It happened to me in Santa Fe too. Like they had like an inhaler in the room and I was like, who needs that? And I threw it. Like, surprise. I can't breathe.
Maureen, good morning to you on Twitter. Siesta Key at the end of March. How exciting.
Shout out. Take pictures.
Julie's waiting for springtime. Mary says, I use my vacation days to save money. Oh, that's interesting. I have a staycation and we can roll up to 5 days to the next year.
If they roll over, then that's good.
Well, here's the other thing too. Like in New York, state law allows you to roll, I think, up to 5 days over or 6 days. I'm not really sure what the actual, but they allow you by law to roll over a certain amount of time. Number 2, some companies might pay you out for your PTO time that you don't use. But is that worth it?
I mean, it's better than nothing.
I guess. Sometimes it's halftime. Oh,
I think you should take the vacation above all else. Wait, Peter's cracking me up.
Wherever you go, just don't get slapped. Thank you.
My dad remembers when we used to ball out in Disney World when my mom was working at her conference.
I didn't realize that was your dad. Yeah. Glad to have him along. We're doing Vegas at Easter, says Jackie. I go different horse racing tracks for big races.
Easter is the day before my birthday this year. So, I mean, if you do like want to invite someone else, like it might be nice.
Have you been to Vegas before, Jackie? What club do you go to, or do you go to clubs? Like, what's the tea?
I did Vegas once and I didn't do any of that stuff. I was there for a festival. Which was super, super fun. I'm definitely not young enough to do that anymore. That was horrible.
You mean go to a club or go to a festival? Got
it. It was like one of those like outdoor all day, like a Coachella kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Like, you're outside all day, a bunch of different concerts. You got to hit this tent, this tent, this tent. Like it was a lot.
Who was there? Do you remember?
Post Malone, but I missed that. Kendrick Lamar was there. Jasmine Sullivan.
Who's that?
Girl. Jasmine Sullivan. Who else was there? Was there? I don't know. Travis Scott was supposed to be there, but
yikes. I loving Jeff Baker's comment. My boss doesn't pay PTO. Such a jerk.
If you know who Jeff Baker's boss is.
Drag him. No, Jeff Baker's his own boss. It's hard, especially when you're a farmer, right? Like those hours are
early,
late. I mean, you don't stop, especially when you're running your own business. You're responsible for making those margins, and making your business stay in the black.
But when do you take time to pause? Because it's so easy to burn out, especially when you're worried about finances, your bottom line, making sure if you work with a bunch of other people.
Paying for other people.
Exactly.
Right. It's hard. Peter says Vegas is awesome. I want to go see Phil the Groundhog for my birthday.
You guys don't know about my Phil the Groundhog situation. I hate Punxsutawney Phil.
You got 30 seconds.
We have time. We have the rest of the week. Don't worry. Groundhog coming up. That's my teaser.
We'll talk about that tomorrow. So funny.
I don't do that.
Marguerite, if you did not see Taylor Swift, then it's not a concert for Ed. See, that's not true. There are good artists out there. And I'm really I can't do Taylor right now because I'm just so angry at the Chiefs.
Persona non grata.
Just saying that. Here's a live look at Holiday Valley this morning.
There you go. Snow coming down. Skiers are going to absolutely love it this weekend.
That lift running empty, but you're right. The skiers are going to love it. Hey, we got to get the show on the road. Thanks for being with us on a Wednesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. See ya.
See you guys.